Well, hello. It is Call of the Wild here on the New York Nerd Show. Ow! That's right, buddy. We are here coming to you on this beautiful Sunday evening. Happy first day of the week to you, my friend. I am Lord Cash, being joined by across the pond, not a pond, but across the land mass up north by all that Pat. How you doing, man?
I'm good.
Ponds, a little river, maybe a lake. Just not the traditional pond that we call.
Exactly. We're not overseas. Yeah. So my Bitterritz and myself, we actually today. So we've been doing a lot of traveling lately.
I know. Did you get like your little United States passport going? That you get stamped for every state you go to. Every fifth state you get a free hat or something. What's going on?
Yeah, it's roadmap bingo actually.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, we've been in Delaware, New Jersey, Maryland, New York, obviously. And rumor has it we're gonna be in your neck of the woods pretty soon too.
Excellent. Yeah. That's one of the things that I'm a little jealous on, because within like 2 hours you can be in like 5 different states.
Oh yeah. Well, because where we are, yeah, because we're in New York City. So like as long as there's not traffic, we can be in New Jersey, for example, in 5 minutes. Like whenever we're using the internet to like find like a pizza place or a Target or a GameStop, the closest one is always in New Jersey. Like, why? But yeah, no, I mean, like, cause even over the pandemic, we went to Connecticut a lot because there's no traffic at the time. Yeah, Delaware was like an hour and a half. Connecticut's about like an hour. Maryland, same thing. So yeah, no, you're exactly. We can go anywhere we want right now.
Yeah, I'm here in Central Florida, so yes, I can within 3-4 hours I can be in other cities within Florida that are great. St. Augustine, Miami, Tampa. I've got these great places that I could go to, but the traffic is just no, thank you.
Oh, traffic's bad in our area too. It just depends on the time of day.
Yeah. So the interstate down here, I-4. That's you just don't want to go on that road if you don't have to. So at best, you can take one of the 75 or 95, and you can get up to maybe like Jacksonville, head down to Miami. Do that little run. Go over to a couple hours. You get over to the beach coast. And do like Cape Canaveral over there. That's always nice. But I guess I need to go and experiment and find some of these great places, because I don't know if Florida has these little shops that you guys have up there in the north. So I don't know if it's just you have a better hunting skills. You got that little better water. What is that? What is that called?
The tuning, not the tuning fork, but I know what you mean, like the water stick or whatever.
Yeah, I'm like, you've got a better water stick than I do.
Well, it does really tie into this. Is like, if you're just watching us right now, we're not doing a weather report or traffic report on here. But see, Orlando, Florida, is a very transient area. And as a result of that transient nature, I always had really good success because there's a lot of secondhand stores.
Right.
Like Goodwill, a Thrifty Shopper, Salvation Army, and things of that nature. And again, it's like 15 years ago, but I found so much stuff down there. Up here in New York City, they can't afford to put those kind of locations because the real estate property rent is so high that they probably couldn't pay their rent or their mortgage just by selling 99-cent T-shirts and sneakers. But when we come down and visit again, I really can't wait to kind of actually see that and see if I can still, like you said, still find those good sales.
Yeah, we'll definitely have some field trips. I'll make sure Lady Cass signs my permission slip before we head on out.
Absolutely. So today, basically, Bitterritz and myself, we went to it was the first event that we've been to in like 2 years. So basically, one of the biggest events in the Northeast is called Too Many Games. It is located in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Nice, I've been there.
You've been in Too Many Games?
No, to Philadelphia.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm like, really? Um, but no, it's a huge event. It takes place over 2 to 3 days each year. They bring in a lot of different guests and events. I mean, I don't know the exact numbers, but we've done a lot of shows, right? You know, we vend and we visit. Bottom line is the people that run Too Many Games do a lot of additional shows throughout the year. They do a Christmas charity event every year. They do game swaps every year. You name it, they got it. Are you familiar with the Angry Video Game Nerd?
I can't say that I am.
Okay.
Maybe.
So the Angry Video Game Nerd, James Rolfe is his name. He has been basically a groundbreaker for YouTube, for example. Like he's got like millions of subscribers, and he really started the whole nostalgic review show. He's got a lot of character. He's actually got 2 Nintendo Switch games. They're actually all cross-platform. But he actually has like games that are like designed on his characters.
Okay.
So basically, if you guys are watching right now, there's a good chance that you guys might be familiar with the Angry Video Game Nerd. I bring him up simply because he actually is. He lives right near there, and he's always there. Some of his he's good friends with the people that actually run the show.
Nice.
Let me see. And I'm kind of like, eventually we will show you what I got out in the wild. But this is the Angry Video Game Nerd. So anyway, my whole point is that Too Many Games. It's this year's event will be taking place October 8th through October 10th. They skipped last year for unfortunately obvious reasons. But this was their first show of any sort. It was their game swap.
Okay.
Now, the game swap is typically a smaller event. And they usually have like a whole section of the big event is basically just collectors. They come and they just bring games and product just to trade with each other. They have big like trading rooms in addition to official vendors and tournaments and so on. It was a pretty big show today. Obviously with pandemic COVID restrictions still in place, but now obviously an event like this can actually occur.
Right.
So we went. It was like $10 to get in. Nothing crazy. Okay. Yeah, kids were free. Basically, here's the bottom line. I bought a lot of stuff. Which was cool is that we brought a lot of stuff that's all just from our personal collection and even like additional. And our goal was not to spend money.
Right.
Our goal is simply to trade. And I think we did pretty well. We probably did still spend cash-wise, I think less than $100, but we got quite a few things. So today I'm going to show you some of those things that we got.
Okay. Let's see.
So I have something I'm going to end with today that I think you're going to really like. But all right. One of the things that this event had for some reason had a lot of Japanese import games, whether it be on Nintendo, Super Nintendo, PlayStation, you name it. I do collect some of these because they're cheaper and they have a lot of the games that don't even exist in America. So this one right here, it is a Famicom game and it's called Picross. They brought it to the United States in a couple consoles, but it's kind of like almost like a memory type of game where you match up the numbers or letters or characters. Now, if you're a fan of Picross and I'm explaining it completely wrong, I'm sorry. I noticed this in a bin, and really what caught my eye was Mario and Wario on there.
Right.
So, $5. Why not? Good shape. I'm going to throw it in the machine and see how it plays. Again, this did not come out in the United States, and $5. Again, get some good footage of it and see what happens.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Now I'm just curious. Obviously, if the outside is in Japanese, and I'm sure that the instructions and all that stuff is going to be to play the game are in Japanese. How difficult do you think the gameplay is going to be?
So. Oddly enough, when you mention that, right? Okay. There are times where, for whatever reason, the games that are released in Japan actually have full English instructions.
Okay.
I don't know if that has anything to do with making them, easily accessible around the country, around the world. Like I recently, well, not even recently, a while ago, I got this game called Mario and Wario. It's a Nintendo mouse game, and it's actually really fun. It's very easy to pick up and play. It's a puzzle game, and I always wanted to play it and never got released here, but this was full English.
they look very similar. I don't know if it's in kind of design.
That's what caught my attention, to be honest with you, Lord Cash. When I first found these, I'm like, oh, I thought it was Mario and Wario. Then I looked at it. I'm like, no, it's not it.
Yeah, it looks like it could be like a sequel game or something.
Right.
Just kind of how it's designed. Because the mouse one came out in '93, and this what you have that you just got was '95,
right?
According to the little copyright things that are on it. So
right. So we'll have to see what it is, you know. And
yeah,
thankfully, my Super Nintendo has been modded. You know, so it was actually pretty funny. Easy way to mod them. I'll talk about it another time. But yeah, so I play all the Super Famicom games. I've got about 30 of them over there. Yeah, I do a lot of wrestling games from there. Next up, it is Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom on the regular Nintendo. Now, I don't know why, but the Indiana Jones games, there's 3 of them on the Nintendo. Each one has variations released by different companies. This one is released by Mindscape. There was another one put out by Tengen. I have the Tengen one. I just wanted the Mindscape one. Same game. We're just looking for variants. Now, the guy wanted $10 for it, as you can see. I got him down to $5 because, I mean, look at it.
Right.
Got a lot of stickers on it and such. But, you know, I'll clean it up best I can. But again, it's just another game we needed in the collection.
Excellent. So there's literally, did I understand that right? There's three Indiana Jones games, or there's 3 Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom games?
No, there's 3 Indiana Jones games.
Okay. And 2 of them are Temple of Doom?
Yep, there's a Temple of Doom that's actually might be right here. Yeah, right here. I swear I was not get ready for this, but here we go. These are the 2 Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom games. The one on the left is released by Tengen. This was an unlicensed version of the game.
Okay.
This one was licensed. It's released by Mindscape. I believe it's the same game. It might not be. I'm going to check that out this week. I'm off from work because I'm a school teacher. We're done. Yeah. But yeah, it's 2 versions of the same game. It had to do with the licensing. So
interesting.
Yeah, we needed this one, so I picked it up.
So now you have the officially licensed Nintendo game.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And that's what really counts towards you hitting your complete list.
We want both. For us, we're going for both.
Okay. Greedy.
Because there's a certain amount of companies that so there's a difference between licensed and bootleg.
Okay.
These are not bootleg. Basically these were sold in legitimate stores, like a KB Toys, a Target, Walmart, you name it. So they were able to be made legally. It's just they
definitely didn't have Nintendo's backing.
Yeah, because what it boiled down to is back in the day, you would actually buy these plastic shells and chipsets from Nintendo. It's like an official cartridge that then you would program.
Gotcha.
Tengen did not want to do that. Tengen is actually a subsidiary of Atari, believe it or not.
I can see that by the look of the cartridge. It looks very similar to like their shell that they had.
Right. Yeah. You're right. So yeah, they just said, you know what? We're going to release games for your system, but we're not going to buy your cartridges. We're just going to release them ourselves. So yeah, Tengen was probably the biggest company to like really step up to Nintendo. Yeah,
because I feel like I've seen the Tengen on the side of the artwork on various games, and I feel like I even had some of those growing up.
Very well possible. I think there's got to be 25 to 30 Tengen games.
Yeah.
And there's actually official like Tengen, like they have their own special sleeve that would go over the cartridge, and the box print. The manuals are actually, maybe someday I can show like this, like I can go through Tengen games. But a Tengen manual is about this long. It's actually bigger than the cartridge. And if you're putting them with the game, you better hope you have a box, because like they get folded very easily.
Right.
Quite right. So
very cool. I like that.
Yeah. So now we got the Mindscape version. And yeah, I actually am curious now too. I'm wondering how different they are.
I do expect a 5-page report of a compare and contrast of the two Indiana Jones game by next Friday, please.
Can I do double spacing?
Absolutely. 100 font.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Indiana. No, I'll just write Junior.
Junior.
So
Stop calling me Junior.
we also, this was just random. We buy some weird stuff when we go to conventions. If you've been watching our show, no shock there. This is a blind bag for Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures. It was a cartoon, actually, about 10 years ago.
My son is currently watching it.
Really?
Like, literally, he may be downstairs literally watching it.
I wished you, I know it'll be random, a couple conversation. I wish you had said that because these blind bags were $2 a piece.
Right.
They had a bunch of them. I was like, yeah, sure. Bit of risk want to buy a ton. I'm like, let's just start with one.
Because that's the one where he eats the pellets and they gives him different superpowers, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, like literally he was watching that this morning.
Because there's different colored pellets on the bagging, so I'm assuming that's what it's kind of.
Yep. And he will tell you exactly which color pellets does what.
Oh, of course. Do you have a Nintendo Wii or a Wii U?
We had the Wii, but I did sell it a while back. My father-in-law was a big user of it.
Okay.
But when he moved out to go to one of the Carolinas, it just was sitting on the shelf and no one was using it. And so I was like, yeah, I think I did that. I got rid of it for space in order to get the PS4.
Gotcha. There are multiple games though in this universe, and I've played a couple of them. They're actually pretty fun, so he might like them.
Right. Well, I'm sure a lot of those games you can get them off of the Nintendo store and play them on the Switch, right?
It's possible. It's possible. Yeah. You have to check it. I haven't followed it since the current generation of systems.
Right. I'll have to take a peek because the game he wants right now above all else, and I completely missed the boat on it. He wants Sonic Mania. And
it's a great game.
Right now it's $20.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason why I haven't done it is because like literally 2 weeks ago it was on sale for $4.
Oh man.
And he didn't tell me it until like literally the beginning of this week. And he goes, he's like Sonic Mania.
And it came with a statue and all this other stuff.
Nice. So I was like, oh, it's like $4. I went to go look for it today. The sale's gone. So I'm hoping that the Nintendo store is going to do another sale for like 4th of July, that they may drop it back down for at least $5 or something, because I'm like, I'll buy it for that.
Right.
But yeah, I just was like kicking myself a little bit. And even like I even checked on the PlayStation store versus the Nintendo store, and they're both $20. There's another $5 DLC that you can get to go with it, and I'm just like, nah, I'm gonna wait.
There's a double version too that actually has Sonic Mania and Sonic All-Stars Racing.
And then there's a bundle. There's a third one, and I think it's going for like $50 or $60 on the PlayStation store.
Yeah, keep an eye out. But yeah, no, totally suggest that game. It's very good.
Yeah, he's been wanting it. He even he brought the iPad. Is like, I want Sonic Mania, and I'm like, I can't find it on the iPad on the App Store. I'm like, you have to get it on one of the consoles.
Now, this next game is for the PlayStation 2. It's a really fun, 3D platformer made by Capcom. I played it a lot actually when you and I lived together. And it's called Maximo, Ghosts to Glory. It's supposedly it's in the Ghouls and Ghosts world, so to speak. Very great. I love this game. There's actually a sequel too, called the Army of Zen or something like that. It's weird. I don't like to buy games on eBay if I can avoid it, particularly for myself. I was convinced I'd find this game. I have been looking for this game for the better part of a decade. I just don't see it. And we go to conventions like monthly. Yeah, right. It's like, but I never saw it. And so today I found it twice.
Wow.
And I didn't pay $10 for it, unfortunately. I paid $20, which I think is very fair. I mean, I don't know what it goes for, but I'm sure it goes for more than $20 if I couldn't find it up to this point. It came complete. perfect disc, instruction manual. Now, I don't know if you remember it. Do you remember it any fashion of me playing this game?
I don't recall the game itself. Yeah, I just don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a really fun, amusing game. It's funny. I'm trying to look for images online to show it, but it's literally either the box art or apparently there were speakers that are called Maximo. So I'm looking at the speakers. So maybe I'll do a game room on this game. It's really cool. I've been wanting to play it for years.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe that might spark my old memory banks.
Could be. Now, speaking of B, Bitter Rich and I found a game at another small store, not the convention, but we got Bee Simulator on the Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
So it's an educational game. It is a 3-dimensional game. You're actually, as you can imagine, you're flying as a bee and you're going all throughout like nature and through the honeycombs and in the forest.
So you're not one of the Zelinkus kids riding on the bee's back?
Well, funny enough, though, no. But that would be if they made that into a game, right? If they made the honey and that was one of the levels, that's what this would be like.
Gotcha.
Again, it's educational. There's a narrator that's another bee talking to you, and they explain everything. Like they'll be like
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
It was at this moment the bee pollinated the flower.
It was Alice, by the way, not Morgan. No. But no, it's not bad. I enjoyed it. I played it for about a half an hour last night. I think it retails for like $20. That's what we paid for it anyway. There's a 2-player mode as well, so I'm gonna have to see what that's all about. Maybe you compete to get all the pollen. I don't know.
Gotcha.
This just struck us as so random that we just had to try it. So we picked this up last night at a game store in New Jersey. I'll have to put it maybe in the video, the links at some other point. But yeah, that was fun. One of the ones we got yesterday.
So you said you played it last night?
Yeah, I played about half an hour.
What grade would you give it?
I would probably say it's like a 6 out of 10.
Ah, come on.
Yeah.
I loved it to you.
I'm sorry.
Solid B, man.
It's a B.
Come on. I can't set them up any easier than that.
You said it so seriously that I didn't even think about it.
Well, I couldn't, it had to be, natural. I could not force it, but I can set it up, as easily as that.
Yes. Basically, 2 more things.
Gotcha. They're getting smaller, I'm noticing.
Yes. So these last 2 things do tie into 2 of our other shows.
Gotcha.
Now, before I reveal them, Lord Cash, what are our other shows that we have on the New York Nerd Show Network?
Well, we do have quite a few of them. So today you're watching our Sunday night show, which of course is the Call of the Wild, where we show all our stuff that we've picked up as we go shopping from store to store. But you can also check us out on Monday night when we do our crazy card collecting. For example, tomorrow night, we're going to be opening up a pack of is it Fievel Goes West or just straight up American Tail? Because I never actually got the full scoop on that.
Well, the cards themselves are American Tail, Fievel Goes West.
Okay, so all that Pat's going to bring those to the table, and I'm going to be bringing my Anastasia cards. So we're going to have a head-to-head competition to see which one is the better card pack. So that's what we're doing tomorrow night. But again, we always do some sort of non-sports trading cards, typically non-sports. I know we have a future one down the road. There's be like baseballs, gross outs, or whatever. Greatest gross out. So I'm not sure exactly what that's all about, but it's going to be fun to see where that tunes in. And then, so we do that on Monday night. Tuesday night is Slam Nation Wrestling, where we go over what's going on in the world of wrestling. Wednesday is the Game Room. So a lot of these video games and all that Pat has picked up, might see some of those on an upcoming episode of the Game Room. Thursday is iStream, Ustream. We'll recover what's going on in the world of streaming. So whether it be Disney Plus, HBO Max, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Video, all that stuff. We're going to be talking about it. Currently, we're talking about the Loki series over on Disney Plus. We are 3 episodes in, 3 more to go. So definitely check us out on Thursdays. We cover episode 4. Friday is Funko Royalty, where I like to show off all my Funko collection. I'm doing a lot of organization over here, so bear with the background noise there. And then, of course, Saturday, we come to you with Mail Call Mail Time, where we open up a box that we received in the mail from either FedEx, Amazon, Grandma, whoever sends us something in the mail. We're going to open it, and we'll show it to you right on the air. So we've got a couple unboxings coming your way here in the near future. So, but that is our weekly program. So definitely check us out Sunday through Saturday. There's always something there for you to watch. And of course, we always encourage you to like, subscribe to our channel, the New York Nerd Show, because again, we've got a whole bunch of items for you to watch. And again, if you don't catch us live on Facebook or Twitch, there's a whole bunch of back issues over on YouTube. We are approaching the 200 mark of videos, so we definitely do have a nice little catalog for you to sift through.
Absolutely. Now, as we mentioned tomorrow, Lorca just mentioned how it's crazy card collecting. One of the biggest card series that we've covered on this channel are the Garbage Pail Kids. I've been a big fan of those forever and always. There's one right there. So back in the mid-90s, when the Garbage Pail Kids first came out, in addition to the cards themselves, there are also buttons, pins, if you will. There was a guy that was actually selling the original pins, brand new, out of a box, and I got one.
Nice.
Yeah. And there, you actually see the date on there. It said 1986.
Wow.
Yeah, and they're from Topps themselves. They're the I don't know, called butterfly clasp pins. I don't know how exactly what you call them, but that's the kind of pin back that they are.
Okay.
And yeah, he had all but 2. And it was basically the one that he was missing. He didn't have Nasty Nick, which is the vampire, and he didn't have Atom Bomb. Those are the 2 biggest ones ever. So but they're $5 a piece. So I grabbed one. I didn't need all of them, I mean, I don't collect that way as far as non-card stuff, but yeah, I just figured I'd just grab one of these to put in the collection as well.
So who did you actually get?
I'm gonna sound like a really bad collector. I don't remember what her name is, because all it says is Drop Dead. That is not her name.
Gotcha.
She's from the first series, though. I know that much. But yeah, she's from series 1. I'm sure you're looking that up now. So
yeah, I'm looking at it just to see if I can come up with something.
But yeah, it's odd that they don't actually have the names on the pin itself. They just have a saying or a phrase. But like I said, I thought that was pretty cool, and I decided to grab one. But you actually had the box for them and everything that you're able to shop through. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of cool. So I don't know, were you able to find it?
I see that pin that you have there, but I'm not finding one with the name of like the skeleton girl. So, but I'll keep looking just because my curiosity is going to have the best of me.
Right. So the last thing that I picked up that day was, here we go, Thin Lin. By the way, her name is Thin Lin.
Okay.
So, like I said, I knew it was.
Did you find that, or was it on the thing?
Nope, it is right here. Thin Lin, right there.
Yeah, I was going that route to see if I could find it. The second one, I was literally just typing that in.
So the last thing ties into our Funko Royalty show on Fridays. A guy had a bin of loose Funko Pops for $3 a piece.
Very nice.
So most of them I did not recognize. So I didn't even bother texting you to say, hey, do you need one with a red helmet and antenna? I don't know who the hell that was.
Mantana.
Huh?
Mantana.
Sure. So I picked up two of characters that I like.
Okay.
One particularly that I recognize from a previous episode.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So first one I'll clean them up a little bit, but I got Roger Rabbit.
Very nice.
Yeah. So again, $3, whatever. I know it doesn't have a box, but I thought it was pretty fun.
And I'm just going to look up to see if he was in the box. That looks like a series 1, like a original series.
Now, how could you tell?
Just the way he's molded.
Okay.
Yeah, he's about $80 in box.
Really?
Yeah.
So more than $3 loose.
Let me drop down my brightness there. You can kind of so that's the same one you got.
Yep.
Yeah. So he's numbered 103. Yeah, just by the base of the it's vaulted from 2014. Kind of how he's molded.
Yeah, 2014. It says right on his foot.
Yep.
Wow, that is old. I wonder if any of the other ones are actually worth us picking up.
Yeah, I don't know.
It is what it is. So this one right here, I pretty damn sure it's not the expensive one, but I got Doc Brown.
So that is the Loot Crate exclusive from about 2016. It's not the one I have because he's actually holding the Clippers,
by the way. But you're ridiculous. 2015, but you're still ridiculous that you could even be close to the date.
Well, because I literally have that one.
Oh, of course. Look at behind you. You got all of
them. Back to the Future. But yeah, it was a and I haven't been collecting Loot Crates for quite some time. So I know it was roughly around that time I was collecting them. Yeah, that's he's $10 loose. I mean $10 in the box.
Okay, so he's like probably $3 was right on par.
Yeah, but he was the Loot Crate that he came actually in a Loot Crate box. So that was one of the reasons why I started with Loot Crate, because always on the advertisement, they always have like Funko. And I'm like, yes, please. I think out of the 4 years that I collected them, I think I got three of them. That was that one. There was an Assassin's Creed one, and there was a Overwatch. I think were the 3 that I got out of like the 4 years. I'm like, seriously, this is why I was wanting this, because I wanted the Funkos, the exclusive Funkos from the box, and that's one of the reasons why I did the Funko license, Disney, Marvel, DC, and the other one Disney, Star Wars, Marvel, and DC. I did those boxes, so because I wanted to get those exclusive ones. So I've really got the ones that came. I actually have Disney released Ariel and Prince Eric in their wedding outfit, and it's like $100 now for a 2-pack.
Wow.
So there's just various ones out there, but since they really didn't have it, and I got the quality of the stuff that I was getting was starting to go down. I cut losses with them. I still do the loot wear because, again, I gotta love my t-shirts. Those are always great stuff to get. I definitely have a lot of. I probably could wear a t-shirt every single day for a year and not have to do laundry.
Yeah, I could see that for sure.
So
that was what I picked up, and like I said, I don't mind Funko Pops, especially if it's something that I like, and I really like Roger Rabbit and Back to the Future.
Yep.
I never worried about Back to the Future because I have the Legos,
and you realize they're in the same movie together.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
Back to the Future 2 at the Almanac store. What? I was being serious. They're in the same movie together.
Oh, I'm thinking of Roger Rabbit because Christopher Lloyd is also Judge Doom.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. I was actually the Back to the Future, because the stuffed animals in the Almanac store, because they're both directed by Robert Zemeckis.
I didn't even think about that though. I thought you were making like a sarcastic comment, and I'm like,
No, because the Roger Rabbit plush is in the Almanac store and Back to the Future too.
so figured there's my pickups for the day. At the Too Many Games, and then also a store in Pennsylvania.
Very nice. I like those.
So there you go.
We'll definitely have to see how some of these games fare in the upcoming weeks on the game room. So absolutely. I'm looking forward to that.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. We are coming near the end of another month. June is going to be wrapped up this week. So make sure that you take a part of our monthly contest. If you become a subscriber, YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch, or all three, you do get entry into our monthly contest where we will give you a variety pack of different nostalgic cards. We open a random amount of cards every Tuesday. I'm sorry, on Monday on our Crazy Card Collecting. So if you are one of our subscribers on any of the three sources, you might be the next winner. And you'll get a nice pack that we put together of a variety of different cards. If you are subscribed to all three, you get 3 chances to win.
Now, if you comment, does that increase your opportunities?
If you comment, it definitely does, because that way we can kind of track what you've done.
So go ahead and put that down there in the message box below, and increase your odds. So you can get, my go 3, go like a 5, 10, Pete. Come on.
You got it. You got it. Well, everybody, we hope you have a wonderful night. We'll see you tomorrow on Crazy Card Collecting. Until then, though, adios.
Laters.